we are going to learn about how we can import DWG files like DWG 2D plan, or else we can also import 3D files, DWG 3D files. Then camera placement and the parameter of cameras, how to work with camera, and then creating animation and walkthrough. So let's switch into the software itself. आप लोगों को 3ds Max का स्क्रीन दिख रहा है?
Yes, sir.
Okay. In just a minute. Yes. So let's maximize the window. Yes. So here I will import a DWG file. Okay. So for that, what I'll do, I'll go to File and Import option, and here I can select this import and can define the file type. What is the file type? So you can select like AutoCAD DWG, AutoCAD drawing, and what is the location for your file? Go to that. Okay, let's select this. Let's select this. Okay, now you have to go with these settings. So you need to these things. So these things nothing to be changed. Only thing you have to set, that is the unit. Okay, if you need to change the unit, then only check this rescale. All right, then only rescale it. So according to the DWG unit, and here you will set. So according to that, it will scale. I don't need to change it, so I won't. And layers, you can select all these layers if you need it, uh, along with the frozen layers, and this is for skip all frozen layers. Okay, so you can select it from the list, you can specify, you can check, uncheck. Okay, so I'm going with the default option and spline rendering. So there is nothing like spline rendering. I should go for it, or if I need to do that. So I hope you all know about enable in renderer and enable in viewport for spline, that option. So here you can define the rectangular, as because you will be creating walls, so that may create a disturbance. It may work well, it may not work well, so redefining it won't be appropriate. So you shouldn't do this. You can do that later as well. So click OK and see, I have uploaded. Okay, now if I go to this under create tab, this geometry option is available. Under this geometry, uh, if I go to AEC extended, I can get this wall railing. Okay, so I can choose this wall, and what is the justification? So I hope you have completed Revit, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, so there you also get the same justification option, wall center, or finish face exterior, finish face interior. So it's same like that, justification center or left and right. So which one you need? So see this center line is provided here, so for that you can choose the center. If it is not provided, then you can choose either left, either right. Okay, and now you can define what is the width and what would be the height. So here you can let's know, suppose you don't know what is, or you forgot about the thickness. Okay, so you can it's not suggested to go back to AutoCAD and check it. Here you also can check it. So how you can check? So this helper option is available, and under this tape available. Okay, now how to do this? So you have to uh, activate this snap option first, and make sure this vertex is only selected, and then you have to click here and then drag up to this. So see, this is highlighted here, the length is highlighted here, that is 317.5 mm. Okay, you can be sure from this to this, from this point to this point, you can be sure like that as well. Okay, so from this point to this point, or else, just a minute, let's check it from this point. Just click, hold and drag, then click, it will show you. So select this again and go to modifier. Okay, again you can create it, go to tape, and from this, just a minute, tape, from this point to this point, click, hold and drag and release the mouse pointer, that is 317.5. Okay, so go with that. This should be deleted. Delete these tapes. Now you can go to again this geometry, and there AC extended wall, that is 317.5, and height you can define, and the justification is center. So from this center to this center, it will automatically snap. So this way you can place it. Okay, you can place the walls directly, and it is only up to this, so place it up to this, and right click again with the left click, go for it, right click. So there you can place a column, so you can create a column, right click, again start, right click, select, place, right click, left click, right click to start it again, select it. You can for the window you can place it the whole wall, and on that you can place your windows. So the column will be placed over there. So you can make sure that you are properly placing. See, so center line is not available here. So here you can place. Okay. So this way justification will work. Now I need to center. Sorry. Right click again. Again go to wall. Center. Click over here. In right click. Left click. Again the same thing. Sorry. Make sure come out from the creation mode. So there it will be right side. Okay, so this way you can place your walls. Okay. That you can close it. Okay. Now let's go to this doors here. You can get this kind of doors, pivot, sliding, and bifold. So let's choose this pivot door. So see, creation method is first of all you define the width and depth, then height. You can choose this also for width, height, and then depth. So this point to this point, then so snap you can off, or if you need it you can keep it. Okay, sorry. So this is your door you have created. So you can go to this again and you can change the width. Okay, so it will be the width, define that like 50 mm, define it. Height will be 3000. Oh, sorry, that will be 2100. Okay, and here you can open it. There's the opening. Is open. Let me check with that. Okay. click those. Yes, with the height, then go to its modifier. You can change the thickness. See, the thickness is almost same. So thickness you can change it to 50 mm. Okay, mm. Next, you can change the flip hinge. Okay, flip swing. Right, can change, and the height you can change it to 2100. Here, from here you can place a box, right? You can go to standard primitives, go to box, auto grid should be on, and with snapping, you can do it like that, correct? And you can go to modifier and change the width. Okay, from the top view, go to the top view, and you can align with it. See the pivot point, apply. Okay, go to perspective. Now again go to align with this. Now Z position would be aligned with the maximum, okay. Click apply, and now again uh, the Y position or the X position will be aligned with the minimum with maximum. Let's apply. Okay, again go to this top view, and now what you can do is you can snap it as well, or again you can align it again. Otherwise, just for quick, you can just snap it, okay, or else you can just move it with this only. So this is another way, one way of doing this. This is one way of doing it. Another way of doing is that so right click, just a minute, select all these things. I'll delete it. Another way of doing it is that go to shape and create with lines. Okay, so I don't need bezier or smooth option, so make sure that if corner is selected, so there will be less chance of error. Line with snap, snap it. For the windows you can snap also. Okay, so for windows you need to snap, so you can snap the windows opening area. So this way you have to place it. You have to place your line. So here it should be to be continuous. So for that, I'm just changing it for this part. Now this spline is closed. This part is done. Now this part, yes. So I have completed this as line, this another different line. So what you can do, you can right click and convert to editable spline, and then see, this is a separate entity, this is separate entity, so you can make it as a single entity, these two as a single entity with this attach option. So click on this, as because this is selected and this one is converted to spline, and you will be attaching this one. So now see, this is totally attached as a single one. Okay, now you can go to extrude option, ext, extrude, and now you can extrude it. But you should, before extruding it, you should convert this as a editable poly, and then you extrude. Editable poly, convert to editable poly, and then you go for polygon and then select it, and then you go for the extrude option. Okay, so first extrude up to the seal height, that is 900, up to extrude that. Then again plus button, extrude up to window height, that if it is like 1500, to give that. Okay, or else you can again extrude it. If you are not doing with the plus sign, again you can extrude it. Okay, so you can define the height like 1200. Okay, and then again it is 900. Done. Okay, and go with wireframe view, wireframe override. Yes. So see, this is up to 900, this is up to your, that is your 1200. Okay, so according to that, and in the customize, make sure the unit is proper. So unit setup, system unit 1 equal to, that should be done. So that is why this you are not getting this proper. Why? This is the reason you are not getting this proper height. Okay, so let me undo this. Okay, and go to customize, go to unit setup, system unit 1 millimeter. That is okay. 1 millimeter is set up. Now this polygon, select this polygon, extrude it. That will be like 1200. See, that is going to be 200. So all the units should be proper, right? All the units should be proper so that you get the exact result. Okay, so again you extrude it. Okay, now how you can create subtract or cut this section for window. So for that, what you have to do is with this polygon, select this surface and then select this surface with control, and then what you have to do is you have to extrude it, and not in the positive direction, in the negative direction. When this two surface will collide, how you can understand that this surface will match? When the color will be changed, then you can understand. See, at this point the color is changed, and click OK and you press delete. Go to default shading, you can see this section is cut. Okay, so this way you import your DWG file and then you create your model. Okay, now let's see how you can create you can upload your 3D file. Okay, so for that I'm going to create a new all. I'm not saving this one, so don't save. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is go to file, and here this reference option is available, and here with xref, just a minute, link or yes, so this link option, not that one. So this under this import, this link AutoCAD option is available. You can link Revit file as well. So link AutoCAD, you have to select the right file and then click on, and all the settings you have to set. So if you want to rescale it, you can rescale. So no need to rescale it right now. And DWG file saved from AutoCAD, that should be selected as because you are uploading, you are linking DWG file. Now you can go to have some presets. So that is the same thing. Okay, and if you need to change that preset, then select it and go to modify it, and you can have the settings and change it even after that. So see, these curve steps are available. So curve should be a little bit smoother, so I'm going to increase this up to like 32. Okay, and maximum surface deviation for 3D solids, that is 25.4 mm. So that should be increased, but for here I'm not doing it. I'm going to save. If you need your sun and sky, if you have done lights in your AutoCAD, if you have placed lights, so that should be included. So you can check it if there is hatch, so that should be selected. So there is nothing like hatch and lights and sun and sky here. So but that don't make any difference. So according to that, I have done this, and I'm going to attached. Okay, so there is if there is anything any layer is there, so you can done select those layers. So nothing is there, so directly attach this file now. Downloads. Pin, then attach this file. Where's the file? Okay. Again, I'm going to import link AutoCAD, AutoCAD drawings, open it. Okay, sorry guys, I'm facing errors with this file. Okay, no problem. Let's switch into walkthrough and animation. I will cover this part later. So let's open a sample file. Okay. Yes. So here you can see this project has been done, and here camera is placed. The view is currently according to the camera. So whenever make one thing you have to keep in mind, that is whenever you are going to render, you have to render camera view. Never ever render perspective view or normal view, because in that normal view you will be working. Okay, suppose you are working in the perspective, right? Will always be working in perspective. So what will happen, you need to work on that, and you will be moving your project, right? So suppose uh, after a long while you find a right view, you find this as the right view for rendering, but that won't be for permanent. You need to work like for that outside wall you need to work, or outside you need to place something else, some modeling is still there. So if you move it, so that particular view, you won't get it exactly the same. So again you have to work on that, and the time will be wasted. So for that we place camera, and according to that we set our view, and we render that view. Okay, so camera plays very essential role creating any scene, whether it is for animation walkthrough or creating a still image. Okay, so how we can place camera. So here you can see this camera is placed. This camera is placed, and this is right now targeting this sofa, and this is another camera, and I am currently in another camera view. So if I go to perspective, then there you can let me show you. I'm going to select this, right click. I'm going to hide selection, and here you can see this camera is placed right now. Okay, so I'm going to delete it, and I'm going to place another camera. So here camera is selected. I think you can create this kind of models very easily. So up to this, you know how to create, right? You know how to create sofas, right? How you can create this kind of things. You can create. So create this kind of things. I've already given you that task. Create sofa, center table. Okay, you can add other things. All right, so these things are modeling things are very easy, you can do it. And now let's place a camera. Now see, there are two type of camera, that is one target and one free. Okay, target means it will focus only on the target object that will set, and free camera is only to the direct, it will focus on that particular direction, not any particular target object. So this camera is available here, and this physical is also a set. You can set it as a target, you can remove the target object. So this targeted is selected, so you can uncheck this option, target untarget, you can do that. So you can work with this target. So let's place it randomly right now. Okay, place it, click and hold the click, don't release the click, click and hold and then place to the target, and now it is placed. Okay, right click, now click W and then move it. See, I'm moving the camera. This is about target camera. If you move the camera, target will be fixed. If you move the target, the camera will be fixed. So if I give you the live example, if you place your camera on tripod, that is the target camera, right? That you don't move the tripod camera, right? The target object move, the model move, right? So same like that, if you move the tripod, the target will be fixed. If you move the target, the camera will be fixed. Okay, so see, this way you can go to the top. If you place T, press T, you select the target, okay, then select this and this, okay. L for left view. Now this, the target, okay. All right, next go to this parameters. Let's see what is called lens. Lens is the focal length. Lens is for the focal length, and FOV, that is field of view, means how much the view area will be. That is the field of view. So this lens is already there, and some stock lenses means these are some preset. So according to that you can set as well. So these are preset. Okay, suppose you need like 15 is available, 20 is available, so you need 18. So that will not be done with this pre-settings. So for that you have to change it manually. Okay,
You have a new message.
so that is like 45. Okay, now you can even after change this as from target camera to free camera, and vice versa as well for the free camera and target camera. Okay, and now what will be the environment range? Environment range is the like background. Okay, when you focusing on the camera, on the object, there are some objects still behind of that particular target object, that comes under environment or background. So that is environment range, so that you can add, you can give it. Okay, so that you can give the range like up to this. Okay, so that is environment range. And then you enable this depth of field is if you enable this, so what will happen, the nearest object from the camera will be focused and the far objects from the camera will be blurred. So that is this depth of field option. So if you enable this, the targeted object or the nearest object, the nearest object from the camera will be cleared view. You'll have the cleared view, and the far objects from the camera will be shown as blur. Okay, so how you can switch to this camera? So that is C is the shortcut for camera. Okay, so there are different cameras. So camera 003, camera 002 is there. So C, with this C you can switch within these two available camera. Okay, so that is how we set the camera, okay, into the project, and after that you can render it. All right, so now I'm not going to cover the rendering part. Okay, so let's we will learn about animation, how we can create animation. So for that I'm going to create another uh, new file. I'm not going to save it. So for that I'm just going to create a fan which will spin around, so with a cylinder. Okay, unit setup. Click on OK. Okay, all right. Press F4, you can see it. Now what I'm going to do is I will convert to editable poly. Okay, now what I'll do is that I'll select this, and next I will insert, and then bevel it. Yes, and now I will select this edge, with loop, and then with control select this edge, and you cannot select the loop, because this is a selected, and this won't be, the total won't be selected as loop. So you have to hold the shift and click, and just holding the shift, don't click and drag, just only drag them the selection. When you get the selection, you just have to click. Okay, now these are selected. Press R for scale. What I'm going to do is scale it. Okay, I have done this scale. Okay, you can scale it to the Z direction only. Now with the polygon option, I'll select this, and then again I can uh, insert. You can create insert, and again uh, sorry, insert only. Right click, then go to bevel, and sorry, okay. Yes, okay, and then again select this, again insert, okay. Now go to bevel option, sorry, insert again, right check, bevel, okay. So done. And now what I'll go to edge, I will create this ring, I will select this ring and all these edges selected. I will connect this, I'll go to connect, okay, done. And front view vertex option is there, or with the edge only I can select this edge, I will loop and then I can do this, okay. Can select this and then loop and then can do it like this, okay. So this how is selected, is done. And again go to this polygon, select this and with this insert, extrude it a bit, sorry, it should be insert, right check, extrude, insert it, sorry, extrude, right check, insert, right check, and now you can extrude it. Okay. And now for the blades, now what I'll do, I'll go to top view and there I'll select these these two these two sorry these two these two and then these two, okay. And again let's come into perspective. Now select only these two. Now deselect with holding alt button, holding an alt button, unselect. Now these are selected. Now you have to extrude it. Don't that much, I don't need that much. What I will do, I will extrude only up to this. You can go to top view and see and check it. And now, okay, sorry. So make sure you are not doing these mistakes. Okay. So go to perspective, extrude option is there. Yes. So now I will scale it in this direction. Okay. So this E will be selected and then stored in this direction. Or with this edge, click the loop. So how we can do this? Go to polygon, select like this, and you can do is that bevel okay. So let's create with inset, smaller one. Do this, extrude it. Extrude. So for this I have to done that. This like this, and now extrude. Okay, so it should be corrected. Okay, so this way you can create. So make sure the selection is right. Okay, so the selection should be this one and this one. So that make sure that is right. Okay, now let's create the animation. So for that, these are the keys for setting your animation. Okay, so for that, this auto key is there. First of all, you this auto key, you have to turn it on, and then see this frame is set by default. You can change it from this time configuration. Okay, so what is the start time and the end time, you can change it, the animation frame. So let's change it to like 500. And what is NTCS? That is these are the frame rate. NTCS is National Television Standard Committee, and these all are yes, your for frame per second is there. And the speed you can control over here, the speed. Okay, so let's let's set the rotation. For the rotation angle is right now angle snap is 5. So at this is the selection. So like 40, then again will around 45. I am moving this frame, and there the movement will be like this. So at this frame, at this point of this frame, it will rotate up to this. It will rotate up to this. So when you play all together, you will get the total rotation. So that's why what I'm setting. So I'm changing this frame. So the position of this frame is at this 57, and there it will round up this way. The closer the gap, the more precise it will be. So the increment of rotation should be perfect. So then only you will get the perfect rotation speed simultaneously increasing. So for here, we are just only focusing on creating the animation. Okay, so now at the last end, I have done. Now if I play, now you can see. Okay, so this way we will create the animation, and now with this animation, let's create a walkthrough. So for that walkthrough, we need a path, and along that path, the camera will be moved. So for that, we have this line option is available. So I'm going to top view, and with this top view, make sure this smooth initial type smooth, and this drag type is smooth. Okay, so this is the path, and now we have to place a camera. So we will place a target camera that will only focus on this, and now place the camera initially and then just press W, move the target, so this is the target. If you go to this left view, check it, front view, check it, okay, the perspective view, check this. Okay, now switch into camera view. Now see, this is absolutely right. Come back to perspective view, and then what you have to do is go to this animation tab and then constant. You have to make that camera as path constant. That camera is selected, and then you go to animation and path constant, and then select this path, and that is right now constant. Now switch into camera view. See, for camera, or from here you can go to camera view, and now see this this is too much, the zoom is too much. So what you can do, you can come back again, perspective, and select that camera, and go to its properties, and you can change the lens. Okay, and again go back to camera view. Now I think that is all right, or if you need to change it again, you can change it. So that is camera, and the field of view need to be increased more, and again switch into camera view. Yeah, so that is right. And now what you have to do is play the automation. So along with that camera movement, you can switch from the perspective. Here you can see this is, even after that, this is set as a target camera. So this was not set as a target camera, this was changed. So you have to make sure that target is fixed. Okay? The target should be fixed. Now if you play it, see, it will focus on that target only. Okay, so make sure that the camera is placed properly, that is target. And then select that camera, you can check it from the left view if that is proper. Move it a bit, go to front, you can check it. Okay, so that is all right. Now what I have to do is go to animation, path constant, select that path, and now play it. Okay, now to have that camera view, you have to switch into camera view. That camera will have that animation. Okay, so this way you can create animation walkthrough. Okay, and about the link file option, I will cover that later. Okay, so practice this one. I think tomorrow, if you can practice, that will be perfect. Without that video also, you can remember as well.
Okay, sir.
Okay then. Just a second. Let me take the attendance.